having completed the renovation in the solar and creating the bedroom up there, we finally have somewhere to sleep in the chateau, but it's not very practical to live in right now because so much of the chateau is still uninhabitable. We don't have a kitchen in the chateau.
And as of right now, the closest bathroom to the solar is 3 floors down, and it only has sinks and toilets.
In the winter, it gets so cold in the chateau, and we can't afford to heat it. I mean, it's $800 per day just to heat up the ground floor. And we can't start fires in any of the fireplaces in the chateau, or our insurance won't cover us.
Yeah.
So right now, Ian and I live in the Hunter's Lodge. We made it our home when we moved to France, and we plan to stay there until the chateau is livable. The lodge is one of the outbuildings to the chateau, and it's the only building on this property that actually has hot water, electricity, and fully functioning plumbing. The Hunter's Lodge was built around 300 years ago and was originally used to house farm animals. We know that in the 20th century, it was a restaurant, and when my grandfather bought the chateau in 1981, this is where he stayed. There's a kitchen and a living room downstairs. Upstairs, there's a bathroom and 3 bedrooms. It's a beautiful building, but it just really needs a lot of help.
We have some issues with leaks and dampness.
There is no insulation. We basically have to wear big winter coats inside just to stay warm. This feels like it's gonna fall down any day.
I think we got some duct tape. The kitchen is kind of falling apart.
We're doing dishes and the ceiling is falling on our plates. It's totally crumbling, the whole length of this beam. We only have a 2-burner stove, which is...
I think from the 80s. I don't think it's up to code.
Living like kings and queens.
Yeah, chateau life.
Did you just break my light bulb? You broke both of them. Unbelievable.
In order to continue to renovate the chateau, we need a functioning place to live. That's why our next project is the Hunter's Lodge. In the Hunter's Lodge, winter is a little rough, very cold, and a lot of dampness. So we need to solve that problem.
You've got sand and cement render covering your stonework.
Tony is from England, and he's got a lot of experience working on old buildings like chateaus.
But this has got cement in it, which has created a waterproof skin.
You were saying this is trapping in all the dampness. It's not allowing.
It's causing problems internally. So what we need to do is get this off to allow the house to breathe.
Perfect. That's going to show off the old stonework as well, right?
Yeah.
When Tony's here working, he actually stays with us in the lodge.
He's also a great cook. At this point, I feel like he's more like family.
Yeah. And not only is he willing to help us, but he doesn't mind showing us things. I mean, already this looks like a different house.
It looks so good. So we're gonna need to bring in some contractors. And we have set aside $100,000 to do the lodge.
The first quote came in at over $300,000. So we deleted that guy's number. We found a contractor who will work within our budget, but only because everything that we can do, we're gonna do ourselves.
Do you want to create a plan, or you just...
I will not piss you off.
Yep, excuse me.
Okay.
This can go.
Look at this wood.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this thing was about to fall apart. Ugh. Okay. Ugh.
Oh.
That's a dead mouse. Cats need to do a better job.
I have to sand all the ceiling beams before they get back.
How much are we saving?
$6,000. I'm not sure if it's Ian's military background, but Ian's always been a hard worker. It's one of the things that I love the most about him. Ian and I had to leave a lot behind moving to France. It was definitely a hard decision because it meant leaving a lot of our family and our community behind. But Ian left more behind than me, and he was coming to France for me and the opportunity with the chateau, where I was coming to France for history that I have with my family, and a lot of history wrapped up with my grandfather. But now Ian and I are creating and writing our own history.
It is Monday morning, and I never got a weekend. Pretty much worked up until 10:30 last night. The beams are sanded. The walls are gone, but there's still a huge mess. And the contractors arrive in an hour.
I'm so worried that the contractors are gonna show up and be like, we can't work because not enough has been done.
We're cutting it pretty close.
Oh, look at the stones. They're nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then
you have been busy.
And then the ceiling's a little brighter.
Wow. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Well, let's get started.
The beams in the kitchen brighten so much that it almost looks like the ceiling's been totally redone.
You did some really good work. I'm very proud of you.
Why, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Today, the contractors are plasterboarding the walls and ceiling and building the arch over the breakfast bar. Ian, we have an arch.
Don't get too excited about that. There's still quite a bit that has to be done.
Let me be a little excited.
Daphne had this really great idea for a pantry in the lodge kitchen with sliding doors, which we found out were really expensive. But then we realized that we just removed a bunch of doors off the lodge. So if we can keep these on the building that we had to take them off of, then that makes us happy. And they look beautiful. And it saves money. Did I mention that? Doing smaller sanding and scraping work like this is really what I'm used to.
My dad, he's a painting contractor, so I worked every summer painting houses, working on home renovations.
I feel like with all these renovations we've taken on, I've taken a crash course in construction.
Is it supposed to make that noise?
We're going to plaster and polish the drywall in the lodge to give it some texture that fits in more with the beautiful exposed stonework. The initial quote for doing the plaster work in there was $10,000. So Daphne and I just immediately said, we're doing this ourselves. But the problem is that Daphne and I only have a tiny bit of plastering experience. Okay, so we want the first layer to be about 1 millimeter thick, and you want to put it on in a smooth rainbow-like motion.
All right. How many layers do we have to do of this?
2.
All right. All right.
There you go.
I am enjoying this, actually. It turns out that the plastering process is like super zen, and you like really have to get into the movement.
I'm glad you love it, because I think we have about 10 more walls to go.
Great. The kitchen's arriving! Can you tell I'm excited? We're gonna be able to do brunch again. Oh, brunch. I got a kitchen.
So we wanted to go with a design that fit the building, which is why we went with that dark stained oak. And then we also wanted to add a little more color, so we went with the same green that matches the facade of the lodge.
And the biggest and heaviest cherry is the bar top.
Okay. Ian and I managed to find an awesome table nearby. We're gonna be able to take off the legs and use the top portion as our bar top.
I mean, if we went to the store and bought new oak looking at somewhere around $1,000 to $2,000. There we go.
Amazing.
We wanted to actually cut notches on either side. That's some thick wood. Once it's in place, those notches on either side is gonna act to keep it really stable.
Good?
Watch your fingers.
Yeah, they're on this side. Okay. We have a bar.
I can do this now.
Well, it looks great, but we gotta get some stuff in here.
Yeah, we do. We need this to look good for when Granny gets here, and she'll be here in a few hours.
Okay.
The first person I want to see this space completed is, of course, my grandma.
Okay, let's make her happy. Yeah?
How many of these chairs do we have?
6. This is the house that I have spent my whole life coming to since I was a small child every summer, and both my grandparents would host me here. And so far, my grandma's response to us renovating the Hunter's Lodge has been super negative. She felt like we had taken the memory of Pippi out of the house, and that crushed me. This is one of the old pieces that my grandfather fixed up. He put the brass plate in here.
Very cool.
My grandma was also super creative, and she upholstered a little armchair, and it fits perfectly in the house. Gosh, I hope she likes it. I just really hope she likes it. My grandma's on her way, and I'm really nervous.
Ça fait longtemps que t'as pas vu la maison.
Oui,
Et qu'on est en travaux depuis longtemps. T'es prête?
oui, 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 je suis prête. Et oh, oh, c'est très, très beau. Très, très beau. Oui. C'est super, hein?
Un
C'est
peu
super.
différent.
Ah, c'est complètement différent, hein, complètement.
When my grandma walked into the room, just seeing her reaction to the space, being so positive, it was so, so relieving.
Oh là là. Oh.
She made one of those telltale oh la la noises, and I think that means she likes it.
It's a big open space, but everything feels intentional. You have your dining area, you have your living space. You have the breakfast bar. That might be our favorite.
Je suis étonnée de tout ça. Je suis très, très étonnée. Très étonnée. C'est les vieilles photos de papy, ça.
Oui. My grandfather was quite a collector, so we've managed to find most of the pieces for this room in the things that he's left us.
C'était un beau mec quand même, hein? C'est très beau. Ça a été un sacré boulot quand même. Hein?
Ian and I had $100,000 to put into this build, and we managed to just scrape by doing a lot of the work ourselves. We sanded the beams, we did the plastering, the painting, the decorating.
Once I took off the rendering, you could see the beautiful stonework. It's not the kind of thing you see in America very often. And it just brought out so much more history and character to the building.
Eh oui, le petit fauteuil aussi, je reconnais.
Oui.
Oui, votre chaise?
Oui, oui, oui.
Votre création aussi?
C'était un cadeau que j'avais fait à papy, ça.
Ah oui?
Oui. Il y a très longtemps.
My grandma means so much to me, and it means a lot to me to have her approval.
Ah!
T'as vu?
Oh là là!
Regarde.
Ah oui, d'accord.
Creating a bar was super important to Ian and I because it brings the living room space into the kitchen as well as bringing the kitchen into the living room space. Arches are very luxurious in a construction. Like, angles are easy to do, but arches are not. Tu veux regarder la cuisine?
Oh là là! Qu'est-ce que c'est beau! C'est très très beau. Vous avez bien travaillé, hein, ça c'est sûr. C'est magnifique.
Pas mal, pas mal. I'm feeling imposter syndrome in this kitchen because it just feels like the kind of kitchen you see in magazines, except I'm gonna be in there like making scrambled eggs.
Tu vas cuisiner, toi?
Peut-être.
Peut-être.
I was really excited to add an island to the kitchen. I always thought that if a kitchen had an island, then it was like really fancy.
And it'll just be so nice to have the sink across from the stove.
We went with quartzite countertops, which stain less easily than marble. And there's a lot of wine in France.
Est-ce que tu reconnais les portes?
Non.
C'était les anciennes portes de l'avant de maison. Ian, il a pris beaucoup de peine à les nettoyer.
Oui, beaucoup.
It was really important to us that we were able to somehow recycle the original doors. The nice thing about having the doors on a rail system is that you don't lose any of that space. The pantry allows us to store the washer and dryer while also having all of our cleaning supplies and room for dry foods.
Alors, qu'est-ce que tu en penses de tous les travaux qu'on a faits?
Ça m'a surpris, mais c'est très beau. C'est une très belle réussite.
Bah, il faut que je te dise, Rani, tu sais, les projets que tu as faits avec papy, ça nous a donné de l'inspiration pour notre vie.
Oui.
Et on a juste envie de suivre dans vos pattes.
Bon, c'est beau.
I see the future that I have in this home and playing games with the family and having big dinner parties with friends. But I also see the fireplace and I remember the stories my grandfather told me in front of it and enjoying the fire and cookies. And we enjoyed so many tea and cookies. It's so full of memories and it's so full of my grandfather, who I really miss and who I don't want to lose.
Alors, j'ai travaillé beaucoup. Là, tout le bois, je pensais tout ça. Maintenant, je suis professionnel avec le poncer.
Le ponçage.
Ouais.
Le
Ponçage.
ponçage.
Et il faut que je vienne pour t'aider un peu à parler.
Oui.
Oui. Bien sûr.
Oui.
Oh là là. Oui.